Out that later on from Nuhu. We move on now to news that is not so good. News about boxing. Now, boxing, you know, it's usually the most painful thing to write or even to broadcast as a journalist, that boxing is now closer to being banned from the Olympics than it was even before. You heard about that, didn't you?
Yes, I did, Bernard. IBA has been having elections, and I
That's the International Boxing Association.
Yes.
Yes.
And this is the third time that they are electing a candidate against the advice of the World Boxing, the IOC, the International Olympic Committee. In this particular instance, there were two candidates. There was a Russian and there was a guy from the Netherlands. And a committee found that the guy from the Netherlands did not qualify to stand. And so they knocked him out, meaning the Russian has won. Now that's where the problem begins. Mm-hmm. It is boxing has long been associated.
What's the problem? What's the problem?
The problem is that he's a Russian.
Yeah, that's the problem.
There's a problem.
This man is a Russian.
Yes.
And now, if this other Dutch candidate has been knocked off,
yes,
guess what? He's unopposed.
He is, yes. Umar Kremlev is his name.
There is that thing called self-destruct button, you know.
Yeah.
And boxing seem keen on doing it. They've done it since 2016, and just since, no matter what you do to try and help the situation, they dig themselves into an even bigger hole. They continue digging, and they are digging, and no one seems to notice. But everything about boxing just points towards
they have not been included for Paris 2024. They haven't. And they're now the next Olympics, they are most certainly not going to be there, you know, because of that.
We had that conversation on this show, Bernard, remember? And we said that the IOC is looking for what they would call friendly sports. And boxing, where there's a lot of violence and things, is seemingly getting outdated. And if they continue this way and they are knocked out of Paris.
I'll tell you what the other problem is in boxing. You remember the boxers were asking why they cannot take professionals to the Olympics.
Yes.
Remember that was a big fight.
Yes, yep. It was.
And they also said very nicely that, you know, if we are not allowed to take professionals to the Olympics, then we are going to have our own boxing Olympics. Now, you don't say such things to international organizations like IOC or
It is the self-destruct battle that James is talking about.
They say they're going to have their own Olympics for boxers so they can use professional boxers.
Look, as it is, in Tokyo, they were there as spectators.
Absolutely.
Because IOC ran the boxing part of the Olympics.
Yes, and so they were unhappy with that. So very unhappy.
Already they are 1 foot out, because when IOC is doing your job for you, then why not kick you out and bring skateboarding? Keep skateboarding, keep surfing.
Yeah.
Then nice. The break dancing is coming in. I think in Los Angeles.
Yeah, those are candidate sports. They're waiting to be admitted in there.
And if you miss out on Paris, there's no guarantee that you're going to be back.
No, there's absolutely no way you're going to be
next. Absolutely no way.
So anyway, that's what is going on. So
way.
Boxing in a self-destruct mode at the moment. Let's go to an event that was lighting up the weekend. The Doha Diamond